was established. The First Anglo-Maratha War was fought between 1775 to 1782. The background and the course of the Maratha War. The third Peshwa Balaji Baji Rao, who is also known as Nana Sahib, lost the third battle of the Panipat on 24th January 1761. He had lost his own son Vishwas Rao in the Battle of Panipat. He died on 23rd June of 1761. The third Peshwa Balaji Baji Rao was succeeded by his son Madhav Rao. Madhav Rao was able to recover some of the Maratha power and territories which they had lost in the Battle of Panipat. The English were aware of the growing Maratha power and it made them uneasy. When Madhav Rao died, there was a power struggle in the Maratha rule. Madhav Rao's brother Narayana Rao became the Peshwa, but his uncle Raghunath Rao wanted to become the Peshwa. For this, he sought the help of the British. So, the Treaty of Surat in 1775 was signed, according to which Raghunath Rao surrendered Salsette and Bessing to the English, and in return he was given 2,500 soldiers. The British and army of Raghunath Rao attacked the Peshwa and won. The British Calcutta Council under Warren Hastings annulled this treaty, and a new treaty, the Treaty of Purandar, was signed in 1776 between the Calcutta Council and the Nana Fadnavis. Accordingly, Raghunath Rao was given only pension and Salsette was retained by the British. But the British establishment at Bombay violated this treaty and sheltered Raghunath Rao. In 1777, Nana Fadnavis went against his treaty with the Calcutta Council and granted a port on the west coast to the French. This led the British to advance a force towards Pune. There was a battle at Vadgaon near Pune in which the Marathas under the Mahadji Shinde secured a decisive victory over the English. The English were forced to sign the Treaty of Vadgaon in 1779. There was a series of battles at the end of which the Treaty of Salabai was signed in 1782. This ended the First Anglo-Maratha War. Results of the First Maratha War. The East India Company retained Salsette and Roach and also obtained a guarantee from the Marathas that they would retake their possession in the Deccan from Hyder Ali of Mysore. The Marathas has also promised that they would not grant any more territories to the French. All territories taken by the British after the Treaty of Purandar were ceded back to the Marathas, and Raghunath Rao was to live as their pensioner. The English accepted Madhav Rao II, who is the son of Narayan Rao, as the Peshwa. The Second Anglo-Maratha War was fought between 1803 to 1805. After Tipu Sultan's Mysore was captured by the British in 1799, the Marathas were the only remaining major Indian power left outside the British domination. At that time, the Maratha Confederacy consisted of 5 major chiefs: the Peshwas at Pune, the Gaikwads at Baroda, the Holkars at Indore, the Scindias at Gwalior, and the Bhosles at the Nagpur. There was internal power struggle among themselves. Baji Rao II, who is the son of Raghunath Rao, was installed as the Peshwa after the death of Madhav Rao II. In the Battle of Poona in 1802, the Yashwant Rao Holkar, who is the chief of the Holkars of Indore, defeated the Peshwas and Scindias. Baji Rao II sought British protection and signed the Treaty of Basin with them. As per the treaty, he surrendered the territory to the British and agreed to maintenance of the British troops there. The Scindias and the Bhosles did not accept this treaty, and this caused the Second Anglo-Maratha War in the central India in 1803. The Holkars also joined the battle against the English at a later on stage. The results of the Second Anglo-Maratha War. All the Maratha forces were defeated by the British in these battles. The Scindias signed the Treaty of Surji and Jangaon in 1803, through which the British got the territories of Rohtak, Ganga Yamuna Doab, Gurgaon, Delhi Agra region, Broch, some districts in Gujarat, parts of Bundelkhand and Ahmednagar Fort. The Bhosles signed the Treaty of Deoghand in 1803, as per which the English acquired Cuttack, Balasore and the area west of the Varda River. The Holkars signed the Treaty of Rajghat in 1805, according to which they gave up Tonk, Bundi, Rampura to the British. As per the result of the war, large parts of central India came under the British control. The Third Anglo-Maratha War was fought between 1817 to 1818. the Second Anglo-Maratha War, the Marathas made one last attempt to rebuild their old prestige, and they wanted to retake all their old possessions from the English. They were also unhappy with the British's interference in their internal matters. The major reason for this war was due to the British conflict with the Pindaris, whom the British suspected were being protected by the Marathas. Peshwa Baji Rao II forces, supported by those of Mudhoji II Bhosle of Nagpur and Malhar Rao Holkar's III of Indore, rose against the English East India Company. Pressure and diplomacy convinced the fourth major Maratha leader Daulat Rao Shinde of Gwalior to remain neutral even though he lost control of the Rajasthan. British victories were swift, resulting in the breakup of the Maratha Empire and the loss of Maratha independence. The Peshwa was defeated in the battles of Khadki and Khoregaon. Several minor battles were fought by the Peshwa's forces to prevent his capture. The results of the Third Maratha War. The Treaty of Gwalior was signed in 1870 between Shinde and the British, even though he had not been involved in the war. As per this treaty, Shinde gave up the Rajasthan to the British. The Prince of Rajputana became the symbolic feudal lord who accepted the British as paramount power. The Treaty of Mandsaur was signed between the British and the Holkar chief in 1818. An infant was placed on the throne under the British guardianship. The Peshwa surrendered in 1818. He was dethroned and pensioned off to a small estate in Bitar, which is near Kanpur. Most parts of his territories became the part of the Bombay Presidency. His adopted son, Nana Sahib, became one of the leaders of the revolt of 1857 at Kanpur. The territories annexed from the Pindaris became the central provinces under the British India. This war led to the end of the Maratha Empire, and all the Maratha powers were surrendered to the British. An obscure descendant of the Chhatrapati Shivaji was placed as the ceremonial head of the Maratha Confederacy at Satara. This was the last major war fought and won by the British. With this, the British controlled the most parts of the India directly or indirectly. The main reason of the Maratha losing was due to the lack of unity among the Maratha chiefs themselves and the relationship with the ruling neighboring states and provinces and failure to understand